I just kick things off by just saying it's been a really good off-season program. The schedule's been conducive to really achieve the objectives that you need to check the boxes and make improvements. I really think the players focus from an offensive standpoint. The way the guys have been locked in, get our base offense in, get all the situational stuff, third down, red zone. Every group has been on point. I'm really encouraged with the progress that we've seen about gaining an understanding of what we're trying to do, for us. Knowing the why behind what we're doing is a really, really, really big deal. You hear AG talk about that all the time. And, we doubled down on that big time. And it's a very high football IQ group. But obviously, we really love to see these guys on the field, and we've gotten enough full speed work. I think it's been a good blend. I think AG's hit all the right buttons. Not to overwork the guys, but to get enough full speed work, especially for us on offense, installing a new system to see what we need to see. The guys seeing themselves running the routes, blocking the schemes that we're going to block. I think we got enough stuff on tape to really go into training camp with a lot of confidence.
Frank, obviously you've watched Geno from afar for many years, but now that you've had a chance to work with him closely for 8 to 10 weeks or something like that, is there something you found out that maybe you didn't know beforehand?
I mean, it's hard for me right now to not be overly, what's the right word, effusive with praise, you know what I mean? But I am just so impressed by Geno. I cannot express that enough. I know we haven't played any games yet. We got a long way to go. We got a lot to prove. And everybody's got a lot to prove. But, man, he is on point. His preparation is top-notch. His football mind is elite. I mean, the way he's communicating in the huddle at the line of scrimmage, the way he communicates in the quarterback room. I've been around a lot of really smart and good quarterbacks. I mean, he is. All I'm going to say is we're in good shape. We're in good shape. We got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to prove. I do. We all do. We understand that. We understand what world we live in. But it's been good so far.
Did you know him at all before this?
Not at all. Not at all. I think one time I met him just like in a brief passing. But, no, he's an impressive, I don't want to say young man. I mean, relatively, yes, but not so young in this league. But he's an impressive person. I always say that it factor is the combination of a lot of confidence, but also genuine humility, and he's got both of those. So the things that he's been through in life and in football, I think have put him at a position to put his best foot forward in this next stage of his career.
Knowing that journey that he's had in the background and the fact that he's back here, the place where it started for him, does that kind of add to, from a coach's standpoint, just the impression that you have of him and, the impressive nature of it?
It does, especially at the beginning, like when it first all happened. But honestly, so I do think that's a very valid point. My guess is he felt it. I felt it for him, the uniqueness of it. But after about a week, that kind of went away. You know what I mean? It came back a little bit with Rex back here yesterday. You know what I mean? So that added that element back to it. But other than that, I just feel like we're just doing our thing. Like this is our team. This is our quarterback. We're just moving. He's bringing all of his experience to play, and I think a lot of that has been, he and I, like I'll go back and he'll send me. I'll say, hey, what? He's brought some stuff in Seattle, a few things here and there, not a lot, but a couple things that they did in Seattle that he liked and did, and we'll talk those through. He'll send me clips on them, and we'll talk through them. And but he's really been focused on mastery of what we're doing, and so it's been really good.
When Garrett spoke to us a couple weeks ago, he said this is like the first offensive thing that he's felt like player empowerment. I think is what he described. Like he feels like you're involving them in the process of building this out. Like how important is that to you to have them be involved in that way?
Yeah, I mean, it's really important. I mean, listen, this is a give and take. This isn't like players are running the ship. This is a player's game, but they're not running the ship. You know what I mean? Like, we got to come in with a plan. We got to have conviction about our system, about what we're doing, and we do. But we as coaches, like, and every position coach, I mean, they're going to get. They're getting good coaching. They're getting really good coaching at every level. But coaching is a small part of it. It's about the players, and so you get a player like Garrett Wilson and many others. But since you mentioned his name, like that guy has elite instincts. So he's not just a great athlete. So we talk about the combination of discipline and instincts. So, we need to be extremely disciplined and extremely detailed, but we don't want robots, But if you get a guy who's overly instinctive, then he's just a freelancer, So what we talk a lot about is how do you combine the discipline and detail that we need, and then you got a guy like Garrett Wilson and others who just know how to get open. And it's not always going to look like exactly how you draw it. It doesn't play out like that all the time. Those guys move. So I like to encourage, let me see what you got, Let me see what you got. And then let's talk about it. And let's, I want you to run it the way we want to run it sometimes, but then every now and then show me something that you like to do. And let's work through it together. So that part has always been important to me.
Where is Geno physically at age 36?
Really good. I was just talking to somebody about that today. His arm is strong. I see him, the other day they were out there, a week ago, they were out there running sprints. He and Cade were racing, you know what I mean? Like and Cade's pretty quick. All those guys are pretty quick. Geno can still run. He takes good care of himself physically. I mean, he's feels like a young man to me. He really does.
During the scouting process with Cade, you mentioned Cade. Could you describe the connection you developed with him? Something must have clicked there, either in pro day or one-on-one meetings with him, or what impressed you?
Well, first of all, do I think there was a connection? Absolutely, there was a connection, but because Cade's Cade, he knows how to make connection with people. That's one of his strengths, and I think he's made connection with this team, with Geno, he and Geno, Bailey, Brady, they're all. I mean, just the chemistry in the room is phenomenal. I think Cade has natural leadership instincts like all the quarterbacks do in that room. It's hard to get to this area when you don't have that, but he's pretty charismatic like that. He's fun to talk to. He's easy to talk to. He has high emotional intelligence. Yeah, I mean it's been good.
We noticed the chemistry between Geno and AD Mitchell. Just what has impressed you about AD this spring heading to training camp?
Yeah, I mean AD's another. He's just the guy. Like, I just want to be in the room that he's in because he's going to light up the room. First of all, just with his mentality. He's got this winning mentality, this positive vibe about him, and I think we all feel that on the field. And so between him and Garrett, I mean, that combination has been really good. And certainly AD has really shown himself well through this whole program in the offseason, just showing what he can do, showing how he can complement, how they can complement each other, and how we can use the two of them along with the other guys. The tight end group has been incredible. So, yeah, feel good about AD and what he's accomplished. And our confidence as an offensive staff in him, just kind of getting to know him, has kind of went from here to kind of really high right now.
You've been around a lot of good offensive line groups. What do you make of this unit, and how advantageous is it for you to walk into a situation where 4 of the 5 starters return from last year?
It's really good, young and hungry group, but season, they played football together, as it's already been well documented the whole year last year. 4 of the 5, as you said, extremely well coached. Steve Hyden and Natty and Al Netter, they do a great job coaching those guys. They know how to work. They're really physically talented. They know what we're trying to do. I sense a real consistency among the group and the right mentality. There is no weak link up there, mentally or physically. It's a very high functioning, mentally, processing, what we're doing and why we're doing it, and seeing it done at a fast level. I've been very impressed by the group.
Frank, you said you have a lot to prove. Geno has a lot to prove. Like specifically with Geno, what do you think he has to prove at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us are just, we're always trying to be the best version of ourselves, but this week is about winning. This league, is about winning. And that's what we came here, that's what we all came here to do. You know, I mean, that's what this, we just had, you know, AG and Moogs just had us in a meeting, and Jaime just had us in a meeting yesterday. You know, that's what, we're here to win. Make no mistake about it. That's what we all came here to do. And we want to put a winning product on the field and excellence in everything we do off the field. You put those two things together, I think everything will take care of itself.